couple days ago, a friend of the show, Jeff Daniels, the Tony Award-nominated star of Blackbird on Broadway, stopped by this set for a little interview. Daniels, of course, was previously the star of many things, including HBO's The Newsroom, in which he played cable anchor Will McAvoy. Even if you haven't seen that show, you've probably seen the most famous scene from its very first episode, the moment when McAvoy launches into an impromptu tirade about whether America is really the greatest country in the world. We asked Jeff if he'd be willing to reprise that scene in the context of the 2016 presidential race. But before we show you that reprisal, let's take a quick look at the original to refresh your memory.
Can you say in one sentence or less what... you know what I mean. Can you say why America is the greatest country in the world?
The New York Jets. No, I'm going to hold you to an answer on that. What makes America the greatest country in the world?
I'm not letting you go back to the airport without answering the question.
Well, our Constitution is a masterpiece. James Madison was a genius. The Declaration of Independence is, for me, the single greatest piece of American writing. You don't look satisfied.
One's a set of laws and the other's a declaration of war. I want a human moment from you. What about the people? Why is America
not the greatest country in the world, Professor? That's my answer.
You're saying...
Yes. Let's talk about... Fine. Sharon, the NEA is a loser. Yeah, it accounts for a penny out of her paycheck, but he gets to hit you with it anytime he wants. It doesn't cost money. It costs votes. It costs airtime and column inches. You know why people don't like liberals? Because they lose. If liberals are so fucking smart, how come they lose so goddamn always? Hey, and with a straight face, you're going to tell students that America is so star-spangled awesome that we're the only ones in the world who have freedom? Canada has freedom. Japan has freedom. The UK, France, Italy, Germany, Spain, Australia, Belgium has freedom. So 207 sovereign states in the world, like 180 of them have freedom. All right. And yeah, you, sorority girl, just in case you accidentally wander into a voting booth one day, there's some things you should know. And one of them is there is absolutely no evidence to support the statement that we're the greatest country in the world. We're 7th in literacy, 27th in math, 22nd in science, 49th in life expectancy, 178th in infant mortality, 3rd in median household income, number 4 in labor force, and number 4 in exports. We lead the world in only 3 categories: number of incarcerated citizens per capita, number of adults who believe angels are real, and defense spending, where we spend more than the next 26 countries combined, 25 of whom are allies. Now, none of this is the fault of a 20-year-old college student, but you nonetheless are, without a doubt, a member of the worst generation ever. So when you ask what makes us the greatest country in the world, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Yosemite?
Okay, so that's how it starts. Now, let's take a look at our special updated version, scripted by the great Matt Negrin and directed by the even greater house auteur here, Griffin Hammond.
All right, so can you say in one sentence or less? All right, you know what I mean. Can you say why Donald Trump is the best case scenario for Hillary Clinton?
Well, I think for the first time in election history, I think her opponent might donate to her campaign.
No. I'm going to hold you an answer on that. What makes Donald Trump the best case scenario for Hillary Clinton? Jeff, I'm not going to let you go back to the airport without giving me an actual answer on this question. What makes Donald...
Because he's not the best case scenario, John. That's my answer. Yeah, I mean, Donald Trump is a fact-bending, loose cannon who alienates mainstream voters with everything he says, but he gets constant media attention for free. There won't be a day from now until November when Trump isn't on every TV channel. And with a straight face, you're going to tell me that electing a woman is unprecedented? Germany elected a female chancellor. Brazil elected a female president. Denmark, Poland, Korea, Argentina, Norway, Liberia, Cyprus are run by women. So 22 sovereign states in the world have already beat us on this.
All right, okay, fine.
Okay, game change guy. Just in case you accidentally find yourself writing a third book, there's some things that you should know. And one of them is there's absolutely no evidence to support the statement that Trump is the best case scenario for Hillary Clinton. 38% of the people gave her a favorable rating. 30% of the people say that she's honest and trustworthy. And just 22% of Democrats say they're enthusiastic about her being the nominee. Sure, she beats Trump in some categories, like millennials who don't even show up to vote. She also leads in the number of messages deleted on her personal email server, but that aside. So when you ask what makes Trump the best case scenario for Hillary, I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. His tiny hands?
We stood up for what was right. We fought for moral reasons. We passed laws, struck down laws for moral reasons. We waged wars on poverty, not poor people. We sacrificed. We cared about our neighbors. We put our money where our mouths were, and we never beat our chest. We built great big things, made ungodly technological advances, explored the universe, cured diseases, and we cultivated the world's greatest artists and the world's greatest economy. We reached for the stars, acted like men. We aspired to intelligence. We didn't belittle it. It didn't make us feel inferior. We didn't identify ourselves by who we voted for in the last election, and we didn't scare so easy. We were able to be all these things and do all these things because we were informed by great men who were revered. First step in solving any problem is recognizing there is one.